Content over everything.
We're rolling, yeah? Somali Corner episode 6. Big up to all the people that have been following us since the beginning. First of all, there's a development in the last week or so. We have appointed a leader of the Somalis, and surprisingly, it's not me, bro. So I am giving my pledge of allegiance to Mr. Ep6. He is the elder of our group in this park, and he's probably the most sensible one, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you in it. So he's yeah. If any non-Somalis have issues with me, bring it up with Ep6 in it. Don't come to me, bro. Yeah. If you have an issue with anyone, bring it up to Ep6, not me, bro. But yeah. So and I think the reason we did this is because yeah, I mean, ultimately our mission statement was to promote Somali Nimo and all of that in it, and it's become a little bit chaotic because everybody wants to do this and that and this, that and the other. Everybody's got their own ideas. So what we're doing now going forward is that we're electing a figurehead. By the way, I'm completely behind him, and I think he's going to do a great job for us, and we're putting this figurehead in order to have a bit of focus, to have a bit of direction in it. But this is not about myself, this is not about Ep6 or my brother here or my brother here. Nope. In fact, it's not about any individual. What we're trying to build is an institution that can last without any of us in it. So, and ultimately we're trying to build these networks that everybody can utilize in it, you know what I mean? So that's what we want to do. And today I want to speak about unity in it, and Somali unity in it, and why it's important. In 1960, the North, the former British protectorate of Somaliland, gained independence 5 days before what we in the North perversely refer to as the South. It's not the South, it's the East. The real South is Jubaland, isn't it? The real South is the NFD, yeah? And we united with the East with the intention of uniting the entire Somali territories, or the territory that is inhabited by the Somali tribe. And this never came to fruition. But this was the dream of our fathers, and I think we should have the same dream in it. And yes, right now, today in 2018, it's a fantasy, bro. I'll be real with you in it. But it's a dream, bro, and we're young, bro. We're allowed to dream, man. You know what I mean? We're allowed to dream, bro. So this is what I want to talk about, and I think this new Somali Wayne, the new Greater Somalia, it should be based on the concept that Allah in the Quran said, I've split you into tribes and nations so you can recognize each other. Our tribe is Somali, and that's how we should identify ourselves by it. So, my brother here, he's from Ogden, which is the east of Somalia, the west of Somalia. I'm from Somaliland, which is the north. Where are you from? Bosaso. So he's from the east as well. So we have 3 regions represented here. And going forward, I would like all Somalis represented within this collective, because this is for all. Thank you, bro. This is for all Somalis. And yeah, man, let's bring it together. When I say all Somalis, I literally mean all Somalis. So I'm talking about the Bantu, I'm talking about the Shansia, I'm talking about the Djibouti, Afar, all of them, man, bro. All of them, man. Now, you might not be ethnically Somali, nor may you be Somali in the sense that you're part of our tribe. However, you are part of the nation state of Somalia, and therefore you are Somalis. Yeah, and you are part of this collective. And bro, our nation's bleeding, bro, and we need everybody. My hands are so cold, I can't even open this, bro. Our nation has been in a state for decades, bro, and we need to correct the mistakes of our parents. We need to correct the mistakes of our parents by recognizing first and foremost that they were mistakes, bro. You understand? They were mistakes, and hopefully, we can start that process today in it. Now we've made some progress. I'll be real. Let's give credit where credit's due. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people out there that are watching this that have learned a lot from us just speaking. And even though we've been quite chaotic, and even though, I myself have put out some misinformation, like I've got some things wrong in it. And there's too many things I've got wrong for me to clarify them, bro. I'll be honest, yeah. But I did it with the best of my intention. And also, I've repented. And going forward, I'm going to be more precise with my words. And try not to speak with emotion, because ultimately it doesn't get you nowhere, bro. It don't get you nowhere, man. So, it's good that I feel, because I'm not completely numbed by the system that we live in. but at the same time, we have to control our passions and direct it in such a way whereby it's useful. So yeah, let's talk about unity, bro. Let's talk about how we're gonna bring our people back together, bro. But yeah, let speak up, my bro.
Yeah, bro, do you want to say something? Cool. Basically, a Somali brother came up to me earlier. He asked me to speak about, or like us to speak about, the problems that some Somali families are facing because of qad, you know. And one of the main things, though, it was very important that he raised that because when you look in like, for example, here in the Western world, right, or back home as well, you see a lot of families who are neglected, like children with, you know what I'm saying, and they're going through a lot of harsh realities at the moment because like the father gets the bill, he spends less with the family, he goes to a fish. Next thing you know, like he barely sees his kids. So there's this like, you know, separation between you know, fatherhood and because a child needs to, for example, a boy needs to grow up seeing his father. You know what I'm saying? They need that fatherly figure. You understand? So due to this, like this drug that like actually got infested into our country, into our people, is actually itself is a problem. You understand? So yeah, that's one of the things that I wanted to talk about today.
Yeah, so obviously the subject is Somali limo. One of the things that all Somalis share is this love of God, isn't it?
Yeah.
So look, ultimately, yeah, it's haram first and foremost. Shouldn't be getting involved in that. I don't want to hear this stuff about it's a tradition, bro. Just because we've been doing something for a long time doesn't make it less wrong.
No.
You know what I mean? It doesn't make it less wrong. So allow that excuse. It's not. It doesn't work. Secondly, I think this issue of drug use, whether it's qad amongst our parents or skunk amongst the youth, I think it comes down to a low self-esteem in it.
True.
I think it comes down to low self-esteem in it, because I think we as Somalis, we're not proud to be Somali in it. So we're well, I certainly wasn't until a couple of years ago in it, and you know, I've discovered this pride of my people, of my nation, of me myself, and what my forefathers have achieved, and what my cousins around the Somali territories have achieved as well, and it brings me a lot of pride in it, and you know, I'm in a much better position today than I was 3-4 years ago, and I put it down to me rediscovering myself in it. So and I'm not perfect. I'm on a journey, as we all are. But like I said, I made progress, and I want other Somalis to make the same progress in it. So, how do you see you know, us identifying as Somali? And when I say identifying as Somali, I mean the tribe Somali, yeah, or the nation state, or the you know, being a Somali as in being from the country of Somali. How do you feel that would do you feel that it will help us in terms of you know, this issue of drug use in our community?
First of all, if we are identified collectively as Somali Wayne, it's good for us in so many ways. And one of the best ways is that, you know, economy-wise, right, we would rise, right? When it comes to you know, supporting each other, when it comes to, you know, not relying on like foreign countries like Kenya and so on and so forth, it'll help us. We'll be content. You understand? We'll be self-sufficient. But then, obviously, that's what we're working towards. For example, here in the UK or back in America or somewhere in the West, yeah, a lot of Somali families are crumbling because they don't have that base. They don't have that. For example, the Jews, yeah, they have their own system whereby, you know, when certain you know, Jew family happens to something, they know where to go to, where to seek. They don't rely only on one system, which is the government. So, if we had that kind of system process, like in this country or in America or in any other country, then Somali people would have, you know, far more become, you know, something good. For example, in Minnesota, for example, in America, actually those Somali people are doing a like great thing, right? They have everything is just Somali. They you know what I'm saying?
Somali museum.
Yeah, everything is just Somali.
Yeah.
Even
We run
Halaha.
Minnesota still, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah?
We run it, bro.
Trust me, mad thing going on. They call it Little Mogadishu.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So that's we need to run London like that, right? We need to have our own Hafad, you know what I mean, our own city, whereby when people come in, they'll be like, this is where the Somali people are. Like, our mayor should be a Somali. right? Everything that runs the community, the hospital should be run by Somali people. We should have our own Somali, thing. Exactly. So despite what tribe we are, what country we come from, all these things, we should have that common, thing that we should all identify it as.
I'm with you on to an extent. So in terms of institutions, I would like institutions that focus on Somalis, yes. But I think the Jews have taken it way too far, and that's why you find that there's Jews in this country that are born here and lived here for decades, and still they have an accent that's not an English accent, that's not a London accent. And the reason they still have an accent, the same reason why Irish travellers, even if they're born here, they still have an accent, is because they're so confined within their own communities. Now we as Somalis, alhamdulillah, we are Muslim as well, and there's many Muslims in this city, as well as many potential future Muslims. And a lot of people, many times I said to me, I reverted because of a Somali, because of a conversation I had with a Somali. So I wouldn't like to see us, totally segregate ourselves from other communities. However, I would like to see some kind of Somali-owned institutions, just because we have very serious problems in our communities, and nobody else is going to make any effort to solve those problems. So we have to make that effort. Do you understand? So this is one of those institutions that we're trying to build here. But yeah, I would like to see similar functions throughout, not just London but all up and down the country. Sheffield, Cardiff, Liverpool, Birmingham, anywhere where you find Somalis. I would like to see similar institutions. So one of the ideas that we had early on, and it hasn't really come to fruition as of yet, but one of the ideas we had is something called what we call the youth patrol, innit? So basically we want to have like some Somali brothers, some elders, walk around and interact with these kids on the block, on the estate, and just acknowledge they exist, bro. Yeah, just acknowledge they exist. That's a powerful thing in itself. Yeah. And secondly, say to him, look, bro, you don't have to do this because there are other options to you. Like, I can get you a job here, or why don't you try getting an apprenticeship here or whatever in it, because. Or another thing, let's forget this country altogether. Let's go back. That's another thing. Yes. You know what I mean? That's another thing we can do. Like, but also, let's not start that. Let's not start that. What? Somali corner? Why? African corner. We are African.
We are of the tribe of Kalasha.
We are African, but we are Somali as well.
Okay, so
apart from Africa, we're Somali.
For man to start a Ghanaian corner, Nigerian corner.
Absolutely.
Man, all African is no point.
You have a personal problem, that's why. That's stupid.
My brother.
Every community should help themselves.
My brother. 1 second. The thing you
and I'm
misunderstand.
My best friend Somali. Remember I told you.
Somali, but listen.
Somaliland or Somalia.
Somali. We're all Somali. Or every Somali. Out of all the 5 nations of Somali, we're all Somali. But I was gonna say the only reason that doesn't the reason this is important for us is because we as Somalis, we have huge problems amongst ourselves that you're not aware of.
Bro, I totally understand. That's why.
You know what I mean?
But that's why I think it should be part of the African corner to teach us.
That's what we want to do, but at the same time, you're so confused about us. You call us Ethiopian.
There's one thing that look, I can't teach you.
It's not factually correct.
Is that an insult?
It is not factually correct.
I can't teach you, right? If, for example, I can't come to fix your house if my house is a mess.
Bro, I totally agree with
You
you.
get what I
I'm
mean?
not Abyssinian.
So we have to fix our own issues first, then we can come to you.
No,
You know what I mean?
my sister.
Somaliland.
Somaliland.
So, just to explain, Abyssinia was a kingdom that existed next door to us. Now,
whole of Africa.
1 second. We in East Africa, we were very, very wealthy for thousands of years. Now, one second. Just 1 second. Okay, Auntie, just 1 second. Yeah? Listen, like I said, yeah, we are one of the richest areas in the whole world. Now, we were wealther than the Abyssinians, and there's a reason for that, because of our location, because we were on the sea, and they weren't. And because we were on the sea and we were wealthier than them, we were wealthy enough to exist as independent city-states. So not only were we independent of Abyssinia, we were independent of each other. But Berat had nothing to do with Mogadishu, for example.
Yeah, no. Mogadishu came a bit later.
Well, look, the fact is, the north had its own sultanate. In fact, there was multiple.
The east and the south.
Voodoo? What's the place called? Voodoo?
Bur'a you're thinking of. Bur'a Benbera Hargeisa.
I'm very intelligent, I am.
But yeah, so this notion of you being Abyssinian, it is not from Africa. This has come from outside of Africa because when we, whether it was Abyssinians or we on the coast, when we interacted with Persians or Chinese or Greeks, they called us Abyssinian because Abyssinia was bigger, it lasted longer, and therefore was more famous than us. And because it was more well known, other people around the world called us Abyssinian. Do you understand? Now the Rastafarians have picked up this notion because
From the tribe of Falasha, aka King
it's from the
Solomon,
Italians.
AKA.
If I'm 100% real with you, it's from the Italians.
No,
the Italians,
if we talk about-
the Italians
No.
sold
Be
us.
mindful of Eritrea and Djibouti. That is
Djibouti is Somalia. Djibouti is Somali. They are Somali people. They don't. Nobody in Djibouti calls themselves Djiboutian. They say we are Somali because they are Somali. They speak my tongue. They look. They're ethnically me. They're my tribe. Furthermore, they are Somali.
look like
They are me. They are me.
You're a reflection.
They are me. They are literally the same tribe as me. We are tribe Somali. We were split into different nations. One of the nations was Djibouti. The Somali flag. All the 5 Somalis.
Djibouti and Yemen.
Yemen it wasn't, but Yemen is so close in terms of culturally, in terms of deen, and we consider them to be an extension of us, but they're not
But
us.
they're as midnight as us. They look as dark as melanated as me.
Some do, but the majority don't.
They
Majority.
like
Yemen,
Kusheti
yeah,
kind of.
Queen of Sheba go to Yemen.
Queen Sheba, interesting you shouldn't go up. She was best friends with Arello. Now you as a proud African woman, you know Sheba, you know Nefertiti, yes? But
I know of Emperor Tewodras.
do you know Arello though? Do you know Arello?
She was a powerful queen
She
too.
was the powerful queen in Somalia. But you don't know her because they convinced you that we're the same as Ethiopia.
No, because I never heard of it.
The reason you never heard of it is because they convinced you we're the same. Now you, 1 second, you as an African woman, yeah, I understand that you just like, I was born here, so you and I are both children of the diaspora. Now I have been a child of the diaspora for
Who is this person?
which Europeans, Jamaica, when Rastafarianism came about, it came about in Jamaica, which was a British
no,
colony.
It didn't come from Jamaica, it came from Africa.
He came from Ethiopia, but
His Majesty went to Jamaica in '64. It didn't come from Jamaica, so that's incorrect.
Okay,
It
thank you for
came
the
from
correction.
Africa,
my brother, yeah,
right?
you said Somalia, yeah, and you
Even
consider
the high
Yemen,
priests were
yeah.
practicing
You
Rastafarianism.
consider Yemen.
So just to
Right.
correct you,
Let me just
the
ask you because of
extent,
what
no,
you
no,
said.
no, I didn't say Somalia. I'm not saying Somalia, no. I'm saying the north of the Horn, me, the people in Hargeisa, Benbera, Bur'a, we are so culturally and so furthermore, there's so many Somalis in Yemen and there's so many Yemenis in Somalia in the north that we see each other as an extension of each other.
Okay, so you consider them as an extension.
And furthermore, to go further, I'm a Sak, yeah? My clan was founded by a man called Sheikh Sak. He had children in Yemen that were pure-blooded Arabs, yeah? Those children, today, they are Arab, yeah? But they are my cousins. Do you understand? They're my cousins. I have cousins in Harad, in Ethiopia. They're not Somali, but they are my cousins.
But you just said that
You
you're
just
not
know
Abyssinian.
You're not listening to me, sis. I'm saying, me as an Asak, my clan,
But they in
it comes
Ethiopia.
up, 1 second, my clan was founded by an Arab man, okay? That Arab man had children in Yemen.
So that would make you Arabian.
By my paternal lineage, me, not all Somalis, but me specifically, my paternal lineage is not just Arab, it's Quraysh. It's not just Quraysh, I'm a Hashemite. I'm not just a Hashemite, I'm an Israelite, I'm an Ishmaelite furthermore. Yeah? I'm an Ishmaelite furthermore. Yeah? So I know who I am, I know what my lineage is. That's only my paternal lineage. My maternal lineage is Dir, which is Somali. Do you understand? So I claim Somali is because Sheikh Isaac, who was an Arab, came to Somalia 900 years ago and he married Somali. So his children were bilingual, but his grandchildren were bilingual and bioethnic, or whatever you want to say. Or, you know what I mean? They were two ethnicities, innit? They were mixed race, innit? But his children married Somalis, his children married Somalis. So I was Arab, I was half Arab furthermore 900 years ago. Today, 900 years later, I'm fully Somali, bro. You know what I mean? But my paternal lineage, my paternal lineage is Arab.
Akhi, I got a question for you. You know, you believe in that your father, your common ancestor was Arab. Is there like a...
It wasn't just Arab, it was Ali radiallahu anhu, bro.
Yeah, okay.
So why wouldn't I be proud of that?
No, I'm not saying you're not. Why you're not proud of it?
Why?
I'm asking, is it confirmed?
Yes, there's
Okay, so
text.
me as a Darod, my founder of my tribe, his name is Darod al-Jabarti.
Sah.
He descended from Aqil ibn Talib.
Yes.
He was Banu Hashim.
Yes.
So basically, are you trying to tell me that I'm
Yes.
Arab?
Yes.
Akhi, I don't believe that. I think that is
Your
just
paternal lineage is.
my paternal lineage.
Your
Arab.
paternal lineage is.
Akhi, I know my paternal lineage.
I don't know what the. Listen, I denied this for 10 years. Wallahi.
Yeah.
Now I came across a document. I came across a document that was stamped by other Sayyids around the world at the time of Sheikh Isaac.
Yeah, I
and
seen
the way.
manuscripts. I seen
So
on,
there's big boy scholars in Medina, like I said last week, that call me Qurayshi, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They call me Quraysh, bro. They call me a Qurayshi clan. Now Darod, the Darod people, they have a claim that they're Banu Hashim. I don't know what the evidence is based on. I have no idea. I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't investigated it, so I don't know if there's a document that proves it.
yeah, but I don't believe it, but yeah.
But you saying I don't believe it without looking at the evidence, it's kind of
No,
ignorant.
because there's no evidence, bro. There's no evidence.
You don't know that evidence exists.
evidence, so what are you saying? People
Sorry?
are telling you something
You
online.
see the people in Arab, yeah? Are
Yes.
they Quraysh?
Yes,
They
yes,
are.
yes.
So how could you be a Quraysh and they're in Ethiopia and you're saying that Ethiopia is not part of it and you're not part of
Harris,
Ethiopia?
Bro, you're not listening to me, bro.
I'm listening to
You're
you
not,
carefully.
bro, because I've explained this 3 times. So I'm gonna do it one more time. If you,
No, but
I'm gonna do it, please. Don't interject. If you wanna listen, don't interject in it, please. Yeah. Listen to me carefully. I'm not talking about right now. I'm not talking right now. I'm not talking as a Somali. I'm talking as an Asak, which is a Somali clan.
Yes.
Okay. My clan was founded by an Arab who married 2 Somali women. Okay. He also married. Sorry, he married a Somali woman and an Ethiopian woman. Okay. He married in Zeilat in Somalia in the north, and he married in Harad in Ethiopia. Those children they had in Ethiopia were half Ethiopian, half Arab. They are my cousins because of the Arab side of them. Okay, I am Somali. I'm not Ethiopian, but they are my cousins because of we have the same founder of the. We have our clan was the
Common ancestor.
Common ancestor, basically.
Yeah, but you're saying that you don't have no lineage with Ethiopia. You understand?
You're not listening, bro. You're not listening, bro. Ethiopians are.
My brother,
By the way, look,
No. Again,
Sorry,
this
Harris
is
is not part of
strictly
Ethiopia.
something
Why
that
is
Rastas
Harris not
believe.
part-
Honestly,
No.
in Jamaica, sorry, in Africa, we don't speak.
British made it part of, or the white people made it part of it. Before it was called the Greater Somalia, it was part of the Somalian Africa.
With all due respect, no, bro. With all due respect, sister. With all due respect, yeah, you are not allowed to tell me about my history. With all due respect, no. I tell you, sister. I tell you. So Somaliland is a British invention. Okay, before Somaliland, there was a sultanate in the north. There was also a sultanate in the south. In fact, there was multiple sultanates in the north. There wasn't just one. It's very, very complicated, isn't it? Okay. What I'm saying is, me as an Asak,
Somaliland was what?
was a sultanate before the British got there. It was a sultanate before the British got there. Yeah. The south had their own sultanate, the Ajwan sultanate. Yeah. Now we were allied with each other only because we were both Somali and we were both Muslim. But we were governed by 2 separate governments. Does that make sense now? We in East Africa, we were never whole, bro. This is a fantasy that you believe in.
By a government.
By our own sultanate. Listen, we have this Somali Nimmo, yeah? We have this collective Somali identity, yes? But there was 2 separate sultanates, 2 separate...
Basically, even though we had same sultanates and even though we had different empires and different sultanates, yet the Somali people, they had that oneness between them. Like they had this connection that was never undividable. Hence, when the British invaded Somalia,
They played on that.
Exactly. There was a guy called Sayyid Abdullahi, who
Abdullahi.
who actually called upon one voice, who called upon one voice to unite all the Somali people, all the sultanates, so they could fight against who? The British. And so that happened. You understand? They had different empires and different sultanates, but yet they were connected inside.
So again, like you believe that we are an extension of Ethiopia, yeah? What you have to understand is in Africa, we go by tribal borders. Yes, Habashi are not the same tribe as Somali. Somali are not the same tribe as the Tigra. Tigra are not the same tribe as the Oroma.
Tigray
Yeah?
is a center of Italy.
She don't know, it's just talking about. Let's move on to our thing. Wallah.
Go ahead, please.
I just want to clarify something from last week, because I heard something wrong, but I didn't clarify it at that moment. And it's not something personal against anybody, but like to somebody, like the statement was made that skin color, someone's skin color, they're superior to another person because of their skin color. I don't know if somebody meant it like that, but I just heard it, and I didn't say that was wrong, at that moment. You understand? So that was a mistake on my part. Obviously, I knew it was wrong, but I just didn't speak out about it. I'm saying, obviously, I don't believe anybody's skin color makes anybody superior, because in certain environments, other skin colors benefits in that environment.
So you're taking what I said out of context?
Not you. I'm not saying generally when people make that kind of statement, I'm just like I'm free from it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so
but it's not personal against anything.
I think you've taken my statement out of context. Basically, my statement was in regards to the social Darwinist argument that they evolved from East Africans.
That is bullshit. We all know that.
Okay, what I'm saying is, if anything, they devolved out of us because they lost something that we still have. They once upon a time had melanin as well. And by the will of Allah, they no longer do.
But we don't believe in evolution or this devolution, all that. That's on them, innit? I'm just saying, for me,
you said you believe in adaptation. So their lack of melanin has helped them adapt to this climate. That's why they lost their melanin, to adapt to this climate.
So in this climate,
cool. What I'm saying is, that means they lost something that I had. Now, if your child is born with one leg, right, is that child disabled?
Yes.
Because that child has something that you don't have. Is missing something that you have.
What we're saying in this environment, their skin color benefits them.
Cool,
That's
I'm
why
saying
they lost it. So in this environment, it's not good for us. It's good for them, though.
Cool. But what you're forgetting,
we can still take it.
What you're forgetting is that I can get vitamin C, vitamin D supplements from natural sources, innit? There's natural
without
things.
that, I'm just saying.
There's natural things that grow in the ground that I can get vitamin D from, right?
Without
One
consuming
second,
them.
let me finish my point. There's nothing natural that you can put on your skin that protects you from the sun. Right? Do you understand that now? That's not natural, my brother.
Whether it's natural or not.
And also, why did you throw something at me last week, bro?
I didn't throw something. Don't say I threw something.
Mistake. Don't worry, it's a mistake anyway.
I threw a paper down there.
It's the last week anyway. Listen, what I was saying
Did I throw something on you? No, I didn't.
I just heard you had something. I just heard you threw something.
No. I threw a paper.
You have to hear both sides of the
It's
story.
kind of childish still. It's kind of antisocial.
What, for throwing something over there?
Don't let in the Queen's Park, bro. I'm joking. Bun the Queen.
He's just joking. He's
Bun the
joking.
Queen.
But listen, you guys, I'm trying to say, for me personally, from a Islamic perspective, I don't really care too much, about skin color or what person is. You get me? Allah told us, supremacy comes from taqwa or God consciousness.
Yes.
Or exactly.
Correct.
Piety.
Correct.
That's how I believe makes somebody superior or makes somebody inferior.
Yes.
That's your God consciousness.
Yes.
That's how I will leave it at that. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm clarifying this.
But you understand you have a genetic advantage of someone that doesn't have melanin.
Okay, I don't know about this too much. I'm just saying, I don't think so. I doubt it, In certain environments, they have advantage. In certain environments, I have advantage.
Again, I've nullified that point by saying you can get vitamin D supplements.
Without vitamin D supplements.
Bruv, you're not listening to me.
Yes.
You can get it from natural sources. You can't get sun cream from natural sources.
I know, but they can still get sun cream.
No, they can't get it from natural sources.
Not naturally, but
so that's God saying you cannot live in this environment. Do you not understand that?
But God gave them the knowledge to artificially make sun cream in it.
Exactly.
So
we're just going around in circles.
Yeah, we're going around in circles.
Anyway,
the whole point is,
it's
it's taqwa in it. At the end of the day, it's God conscious.
Yeah, I believe you. I believe that.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to say.
There's a couple of sisters behind the cam. I don't know if you want to contribute.
Nah, just pass the mic. We'd have to put the camera
I have
to.
no idea what the discussion is.
Somali Nimo, Somali unity,
About
all one tribe.
The religion as well. One tribe, Islam.
Or one tribe.
No, we don't have a common ancestor, brother.
We do.
Maternally, that's what I call by.
We all have the same mothers though.
Yeah, but
Common mothers.
we're one
Are you gonna reject that? We have the common
One
mothers.
second. There's an old lady and she's a sub, and she calls you Hoyo.
Yeah.
Are you gonna call her Hoyo back?
Yes, I am.
Cool. There's an old lady. She's Casimeo. She's from Casimeo, sorry, and she calls you Hoyo. You're gonna call her Hoyo back? Yeah. There's an Ogdani lady. She calls you Hoyo. You're gonna call her Hoyo back?
Yeah, I am.
Cool, bruv. We're all the same, bruv. We're one family, bro.
We're one family, but we're not the same tribe, akhi. We're not the same tribe.
Bruv, you are.
We're the same ethnicity.
My brother, Google Darod. They'll say it's a clan.
Yeah, different clans, but same tribe. How the same tribe, brother? We are. Because
Darod is a clan.
We don't have a common
Darod is a clan.
Maternally we do.
Darod is a clan.
Maternally, we can't ignore it.
Exactly, that's what we're going by.
Akhi, but we take our dad's tribe, we take our dad's clan, we don't take our mom's
Genetically,
clan.
are we closer together?
On
Judgment Day, you'll take your
We are close.
Yeah?
We're not close.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we're not close, but we're not one tribe. But like from our mother's side, innit?
It's true. Well,
Wallah, it's true, akhi.
No, paternal is clans, innit? Paternal
culturally, yeah, we're different clans.
We're close together, don't worry. We have the same.
But genetics, we all have the same genetics.
Do you have the same genetics?
Yeah.
That's the same happening.
Go on.
Go ahead,
What
please. Bring
is
some
the
sense.
point of saying that I'm Darod, I'm Isaac, I'm all of this and everything else? It doesn't actually cause more division.
Exactly, bro. That's what we're trying to get rid of.
Unification, because all I hear from Somali corners, one of them is, what's that word? Magodan or something.
Midgan.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And the other one's Darod and all of this stuff. And I just think it's nonsense. I think it's nonsense.
Yeah, exactly.
We are all Somali people. We should all be unified. It doesn't matter if someone is Bantu, Bantu Somali or, you know, whatever else. We're all Somali at the end of the day. So
We are 100%
We
Somali.
are just lost in the source.
Somali.
We are lost in the the old thinking, old way of thinking, from what we inherited from our fathers, great grandfathers, etc. Yeah. But I think generally Somali, most today, even the fathers, they're not actually tribalistic. You get me? So I think generally Somalis, we can come together.
Depends which father you speak to, bro.
If the politician is
Depends which one you talk to.
Apart from you, I don't know Abdullahi, I don't know about him yet. But
Bro, I'm Sam Musa and shit. Me and my
I'm
uncle,
joking.
bro.
Where's Abdullahi?
Nah, we kicked him out. Alhamdulillah. I'm joking.
Anyway, yeah.
I listen. I love what Oh, sorry.
No worries, Abdullahi. What I'll say is, generally today we are the new generation, and we are the new, gonna be the
One
new
voice,
fathers.
one voice.
Anyway, at the end of the day, we're going to be the new fathers, the new mothers of a new generation. Okay, it's about how you educate your child. For
real.
Educate your child instead of saying, "Oh, you're Isaac before you're Somali." It doesn't make sense. You are Somali before your clan, innit? So you mention your tribe first. Okay, Somali is a tribe. Okay, and like Isaac, Daro, that's all clans. But clans doesn't matter.
That
At
come
the end of the
underneath
day,
Somali.
Why do you think when Ajnabi comes in, okay, Somalis they stick together and they go to war? That's how it goes, innit?
because we're brothers.
Yeah, because we're all brothers. At the end of the day,
Exactly,
we all have the same
literally.
genetics,
We are
the same
brothers,
language,
literally.
same culture, same religion, same sect in that same religion as well. We're all Sunni Muslims. So we should not be having
how you think about your dad as your ancestor.
and the same
Now, if you
madhab.
think about your
Most of us
mom
are
as your
Shafi'i,
ancestor,
overwhelming majority.
Everything will just unlock because we are all just from one people.
Yeah, but I know, but my point was, like, we don't take our mother and do.
I know we don't. But
Yeah, so.
Oh, the sister started moving too. The sister.
Try to jump on me, man. It's just a lady. It's a lady. She's just getting hyped. Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech has been abused. This guy. Freedom of speech. I got attacked. I got attacked. See that?
Abdullah, come in.
Freedom of speech has been abused. I got abused for saying that Amharics and Tigrinians are not native to Africa, because I said that Amharics and the Tigrinians carry the haplogroup
That's
J1.
facts. That's
The
facts.
Amharics and the Tigrinians speak a Semitic language which isn't native to Africa,
That's
and I
facts.
got attacked by a non. I got attacked for saying that.
That's facts.
Don't lie. You see that? Freedom of speech has been
no, in
abused. And you always say Muslims are the ones that abuse freedom of speech.
Yes, yes.
I got attacked right now for saying Amharic and Tigrinians are not native to
I
Africa.
say the same thing.
Freedom of speech
I
has
say
been
what my brother
abused.
said as well. I say the exact
Freedom
same thing.
abused.
But Abdullah, you have issues
Huh?
with it as well.
No, not talking about that. I just got attacked right now for saying.
We support you.
Huh? I'm not gonna point no fingers.
what happened.
I just got attacked for saying Amharics and Tigrinians aren't native to Africa. I brought facts. I didn't go around and say, I said Amharics and Tigrinians carry the haplogroup J1. The haplogroup J1 originated in the Caucasus Mountains. It's not nonsense.
It's true. It's true.
I agree. The haplogroup J1. The haplogroup. No, the haplogroup J1 originated in the Caucasus Mountains. After I said that, they all got triggered. I brought facts and they got triggered. You don't let it shoot. Fuck off. Yeah, you can't be calling Somalis and say Somalis are not native to Africa. Our haplogroup is native to Africa. Your haplogroup isn't native to Africa. It's native to the Caucasus Mountains. So fuck off. Fuck off. You see that?
The language is not good, yeah, but what he said, what he said is factual and it's scholarly, you get me? He brought evidence.
Hey, ask her.
You guys,
So Abdullahi, me and Abdullahi get into a lot of arguments here because he's basically a secessionist, innit? And he's not about this unity life, innit? So
yeah, we have issues with Abdullah ourselves, but the reality
we have
is
big
he
issues
spoke the
with
truth in this instance.
Sometimes
In this
it's
instance,
sometimes it's the truth.
Yeah, sometimes he speaks the truth, sometimes he speaks falsehood.
Content over everything. From your
Man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV.
He's the guy that
But what I would say is, whatever he said on this camera, yeah, because he told me he said something about the Sayyid Muhammad Abdul Hassan, calling him all sorts of names and all this slander, yeah, it is a lie, okay, and it is slander against him, okay.
He is the only person that every clan agrees on, basically, and he's got beef with him.
Yeah, he's the one that united. He's the one that united the Somali people as a collective.
Everywhere, man.
And he's the one that eradicated colonialism.
And the worst thing is, you know, Abdullahi's clan, sub clan, furthermore, sub